pay homage to a man that doesn't need a whole lot of accolades because we give them to him. We still laughing at the bar. We want to close the bar down for just a minute. We want to close most of this noise down for just a minute. Like I said, we want to pay homage to a guy that we don't need to give a lot of homage to because he's brought a whole lot of joy into many people's lives. And I'm not talking about just the picnics that he gives or the Wednesday night functions or the Friday night affairs that he has or the Thursday night whist games that go on over here. I'm talking about a man that has reached out into the community and made sure that on Thanksgiving and Christmas that many of us that wouldn't have a meal eat very well. You know, when you talk about Mr. Coleman, or as he's affectionately called, Nut, like I said, you don't have to sit around and think of all the great things he does, because if you look around and look at all them smiling faces up on the wall, you automatically see and understand the joy that he brings in this community. My name is Buster, and I'm a representative of the Knox Reunion Committee, and I also represent ASME International and District Council 20 ASME.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a joy for me to be here tonight to honor such a distinguished gentleman and scholar. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking about him tonight because I got a whole list of individuals who will be able to bring to your attention things that many of us don't know about him, but would like to share on his behalf. Like I said, it's an honor to be here tonight because he's brought so much pleasure and understanding into just my life. He's always told me, when things was rough with me, he always told me, don't worry, I got your back. That was his favorite thing. He said, I got your back. You know, and I know that he ain't told me that by myself, because a lot of other y'all have been through some difficult times, and he always made sure he had your back. So I'm going to start this program off. One of our first speakers is Leroy Green here.
Hey, he's not here. He's not here.
Okay, Leroy, you missed your go. How about Melvin Copeland? Melvin, you just missed your goal.
Melvin's here.
Melvin, are you here?
He's coming back.
He's coming back, or hopefully Melvin will be able to squeeze onto this program before the night is over. I know that this next gentleman is here because he's sitting at the head table. We refer to him as Mr. Wright, Mr. Linwood Wright. Some of y'all call him Baby, but we'd like him to come up and say some words at this microphone at this particular time. Give him a round of applause.
Good evening. Okay. First of all, I would like to just give another round of applause to Mr. Nutt. And, really, I wish some of the guys had took their turn, man, But anyway, I ain't gonna take all night. But I would like to share something with you that you know and something that I don't think you know. Okay. One thing is that I call Nutt tons of fun. He enjoys seeing people have fun. And I thought he was just putting on a show for a while until I came in here one night. He had the handicapped people in here. I said, man, this is something big here. And guess what, y'all? They was having fun.
They have fun.
And he enjoyed it. I envy him. And I just wish that I had the capacity to just put something together to just make sure people have fun all the time. You can almost call them on any day and say, man, I'm trying to party. And the door open. There ain't no whole lot of drama going on around here. People just come out to have fun. And that's new for me. I'm used to having to, where I go fun at, I got to get out early, get in early, and, make sure all the wrong people ain't there, and all that old kind of stuff, But when I come through, I do feel like I'm right at home. Now I'm going to tell you something that you don't know, okay? I'm not the nicest guy in town. I put it like that, right? And therefore, I didn't have a whole bunch of friends. I had a few associates, but most people, when they saw me coming, they decided to leave. But I tell you something, I've been around this guy about 25 years. And when I was acting like a nut, he looked at me like a nut. And when I started acting like I had some sense, he looked at me like I had some sense. So I said, well, this guy ain't faking. And that kind of works for me. And, a few years ago, my best friend in life passed away, right? And it kind of crushed me, and I really didn't want to feel that way about nobody. And I thought that I never would feel that way again, But Mr. Coleman has brought this feeling up again, And for me, I just like for y'all to know that he is my friend. I can say a lot of things about him, but it can't get past friend, And, he ain't my friend because I'm a handicap or indigent or anything like that. He gives me some advice sometimes, and sometimes I can look at him as a brother or uncle, and then sometimes a daddy, And he always seemed to always had that one word that I want to hear. There ain't no whole bunch of stuff I want to hear, but it's always one or two words that just keep me going, And for that, I just want to tell him I love him, and he'll always be a friend of me. And with me, friends just don't come easy. And I just thank him for being there. Thank you.
See, it's something that we as black men don't use in our vocabulary a lot of times. But the brother said he loved him. It makes a lot of difference when you hear it coming from a man, and ain't none of y'all gonna run up on baby and say nothing out the way to him. Our next speaker is a young lady Sister Mary Williams. Mary didn't leave, did she? Oh, here she come, here she come.
Heck, Murray.
Hello, everyone. It's a delight to be here because we love Mr. Coleman. And I have actually two commendations. One is from the Oldies family, Breeze Country, Sisters of Sound, Back to Back, and all of the Oldies family. And what it is, it's a card with applause, and it says, "We applaud you. We salute you." So let us applaud Mr. Coleman again. And we say community activist, humanitarian, teacher, leader, lifelong advocate and entrepreneur, nurturer, and as the gentleman said, friend. We're delighted to share your special day. We pray that God will continue blessing you as you've spent a lifetime serving and blessing others. You make us proud. We're excited for you. Keep soaring. You do it so well. And this is from the Oldies family.
Hey!
And to Mr. Coleman. You know, Mr. Coleman, we live a lifetime. And I go to church, and I know a lot of us do. But what really makes the difference to me is a sermon that I can see. I'd rather see a sermon than hear one any day. I'd rather one should walk with me than merely point the way. The eyes are better pupil, more willing than the ear. Find counsel is confusing, but an example always clear. And the best of all the preachers are the ones who live their creed. For to see the best in others is what everybody needs. I know I can do it if you show me how it's done. I can watch your hands in action, but your tongue too swift may run. But the lectures you deliver may be very wise and true, but I'd rather get my lesson by observing what you do. And though I may misunderstand the high advice you give, there's no misunderstanding of how you act and how you live. And we love you. Sermon in motion.
See, that sister had something to say right there. Sister Joyce was doing a little song for us, songstress. Joyce.
Before I get started, I'd like to say something. Mr. Coleman, another ticket was for my keyboard player, and he couldn't make it. But before you leave out of here today, I want everybody to look around at the walls. In the back, you will see a team with us walking for the Race for the Cure. Mr. Coleman sponsors and sends and helps us to walk the race. Please look at the work of the walls. And I also want to say, in 1980, I was like years old. I got my first L honors here at the chateau. And we walked around the room. The room wasn't this big. I couldn't make it back fast enough on a Friday night to hang out with Mr. Coleman, the Moon Man, and whoever else was there. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say, none of Mr. Coleman's favorite songs is, since my keyboard plays in here, so let's give him something to talk about. Now, I think you have given everybody something to talk about. A black entrepreneur here in Washington, D.C. since 1979. You gave them all something to talk about. Okay. Now I'm going to try this street level a cappella. I guess everybody in here would know what that is. Her name is Nancy Wilson. Another song I heard Mr. Coleman like is Guess Who I Saw Today? You're so late, I'm getting home from the office. Did you miss your plane? Were you caught in the rain? No, don't bother to explain. Can I fix you a quick martini? As a matter of fact, I'll have one with you.
Yeah.
Guess who I saw today, my dear? I went in town to shop around for something new and thought I'll have a bite when I was through. I looked for some place that was new. It occurred to me where I had parked the car. There was a quiet French cafe in bar. It really wasn't very far. The waiter showed me to a dark, secluded corner. And as my eyes became accustomed to the glow, I saw two people at the bar who were so in love. Even I could spot it clear across the room. Guess who I saw today, my dear?
Yes, ma'am.
I've never been so shocked before. I hit it blindly to the door. They didn't see me passing through. Guess who I saw today? Guess who I saw today? Guess who I saw today? I saw you. Thank you, Shirley.
Yes. Give her a contract. Melvin left again. Come on up here, Melvin. Melvin, hard man, keep up with it.
We are gathered. That's all we want to say. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I take it personal. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. And welcome to the Chateau, the home of Mr. Coleman. A very nice gentleman. I know you've done it earlier, you'll do it again, but once again, make some noise, say, Mr. C! I was given the honor to speak. What I'm supposed to talk about, I guess I don't know. All I can say is how I feel about the guy, Mr. Coleman. Tell him I was looking for him to give him his key. All I can speak about is how the gentleman has been to me, and I guess I would call it my organization, Olds Incorporated. Olds Incorporated, make some noise, please. Make some noise. For the last 20 years or so, Mr. Coleman opened his doors and allowed us to call this place, his place, home. So all I can say to Mr. Coleman is thank you. He's been there for a lot of us for personal needs. He's how would they say, he's a shrewd businessman, but he's fair. Is he fair? Is he fair? But he takes care of his business. So all I can say is, on behalf of O's Incorporated and all of the Chateau family, to you, Mr. Coleman, we love you and thank you for opening your heart to us.
Now we're going to have people that just had a little something to say. We're going to give individuals 2 minutes to express their heartfelt feelings. Now after 2 minutes, we got a hook behind here that if you keep running your mouth, we're going to snatch you off this dais, okay? Ronnie, that don't include you, but come on up here. You can start things off. Tommy got confused, you know. Tommy, come on, Ronnie, come on.
Stand over something fun. I'm the knucklehead of the family, so I'm the baby. I'm the hard-headed one, but like I told him, I get it from him. He just don't understand. I'm just hard-headed. When I was little growing up, man, my father was always constantly on my mind, constantly on my back, trying to discipline to make me go the right way. And I just had to be stubborn and learn the hard way, and I'm tired of learning the hard way. He told me the easy way, and I'm trying to learn the business, etc., etc. My fondest memories of him is when I really acted up in school and he came in and he beat me in the front of the class. Because I wanted to be the class clown. He beat me right in front of the class and I didn't clown no more. Then I acted up and he told me to sit on the bed till